Who wants to be a millionaire? Sports Edition.
Good reward, you guys. I'm close to my 3rd year on YouTube. My 3rd full year on YouTube, actually. So, rich guys with more Sports Edition games.
To the show. How many players will be playing?
I just beat Reach.
Okay, so you're all alone.
No instructions needed, as I'm familiar with the game.
The
Actually, seems to be the best of the games that Blizzard did during the primetime original run. Actually, I seems to be the best one because it's unique.
Here's the first question.
First question. As discussed, which of these MLB games will be part of interleague play? Red Sox versus Yankees, White Sox versus Indians, Braves versus Marlins, Mets versus Royals. That'd be the Mets versus the Royals.
You're gonna go for the
Symbiotics that happened in the 2015 World Series much later on.
That's right.
The Mets are internationally, Royals playing the American. Yep. They also, except for a 40-year first DH came to effect. Mets pitch. Rose pitchers would have had to bat when the Mets hosted games.
14 more questions before your final answer. Here's the $200 question.
$200. Excuse me. In NFL lingo, a player who has been cut from his team is often said to be placed on suspension, waivers, arbitration, borrow time. That'd be waivers. Yeah, arbitration is a term that they'll use when the person wants to extend their contract past 6 years, actually.
You are correct. Two in a row, not bad. Now for $300. Here we go.
Okay, 300 now. Which of these pitches is not commonly found in baseball? Fastball, knuckleball, slider, sales pitch. That'd be the sales pitch.
You're gonna go for the gold with answer D.
Yeah, knuckleball because, well, in Georgia, you have to know who Phil Necro is with knuckleball, so.
Well, you're on your way for $500. Here we go.
500 now. What Kirk Bassett title lost in 1975 Thriller in Manila. Now Spinks, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali. That'd be Joe Frazier, and it was a last round quarter time that Eddie Cotton demanded that Joe Frazier play. That was the last fight of Frazier Ali, the trilogy. So.
$500, and you're off to a great start. But you still have 11 questions to go. Let's get back to it.
Okay, $1,000 now. How many years after retirement is a living pro baseball player first eligible to be elected to the Hall of Fame? 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 0. It'd be 5 years.
Is that your final answer?
I think Bob Manfred, Bob Upgo prior said that any player banned who's passed away doesn't fine. Player dies, so it's supposed after his dying. That's the exact got a. Bro, Clemente got it though. I believe St. Clovis also got. I think Bulgaria got the exemption, so then passed away. Halfway through the 5-year moratorium that you need to serve before it gets the Hall of Fame.
You can't lose the money you've won so far. But let's get on with it. Check it out now for $2,000.
Yeah, 2,000 now. Which North American soccer league team did the legendary Pele join in 1975? New York Cosmos, Philadelphia Atoms, Chicago Sting, Dallas Train. That'd be the Cosmos, and he teamed up with, you can team with Franz Beckenbauer. Franz Beckenbauer played as his final team as well, actually, along with, I think George Best also played there, I believe, as well.
That's right. Well, okay, that's $2,000. Don't drop the ball now. For $4,000. Here's the next question.
Yeah, 4,000. Which baseball icon dubbed himself the straw that stirs the drink? Darryl Strawberry, Billy Martin, Reggie Jackson, Okay, boy. That'd be Mr. October Jackson.
Answer C looks like the
And he
best
said
choice
that,
to you.
when he joined the Yankees in 77, so.
When you're right, you're right.
Much better statement in 77 match year, but the same year he had his famed Mr. October game, actually. 3 home runs in Game 6 of the World Series title.
Wow, you're just 8 questions away from becoming a new millionaire. Now check out your $8,000
Half a point this attempt, so. What Tennessee Double football team plays its home games at Diva Stadium? Georgia Bulldogs, Penn State Indian Lions, Oregon Ducks, Wisconsin Badgers. That'd be Penn State. Yeah, don't look too far away from the Bulldogs game. It's about half hour away from the Bulldogs' homes.
You are so right.
Penn State is located in State College, Pennsylvania.
$8,000 and you're doing just great. Take a look now at your next question. It's worth $16,000.
16 down. What New York Mets pitcher was profiled by Jordan Plimpton in a famous Sports Illustrated article on April 1st, 1985? John Matlack, Sid Finch, Nuke LaLoosh, The Mysterious Case of Sid Finch. Apparently, Tibetan man who could throw 170 miles an hour, so.
You are so right.
Now, this curious case of Sid Finch was an April Fool's joke that fooled much America. I believe it was actually about a week after, a couple weeks after, actually, that the person who did the article actually admitted it was just a hoax and not real.
You're just 1 question away from an important safe haven. We'll see now if you've got
Yeah, you have game. 32,000 now, so. I think I've got game, so. Let's say for what cost the 2500 start distance to be shortened to 450 miles for the only time in its history. Energy crisis, darkness, forest fire, vaccine. The oil crisis that happened, the Star of 74 that cost it to be shortened to 450 miles.
You're going to give answer A a shot. You are so right.
Which Petty won the race to play against, I believe that was Petty's 5th Indy 500 one, I believe, actually, because I know Ben Parsons won in 75 and then David Pearson in 76. I think that was 5th. I think though Petty won in 79, also won 81. So.
What you've won so far. No pressure here, just a shot at doubling your money.
Okay, 64 now. Let's study who became the first female soccer player to score 100 goals for the United States national team. Michelle Akers, Franny Chastain, Mia Hamm, Julie Food. That'd be a Mia Hamm, but I think he's actually currently married to Norma Garcia Parra, if I'm mistaken.
You think answer C can keep the drive alive? Fine. You're right.
Hamm scored a 100 goal on September 18, 1998 against Russia. I believe that was actually a friendly, not a qualification match for the 99 Women's FIFA World Cup. Although, I think the USA hosted the 99 FIFA World Cup, so it's been. When you host the World Cup, you automatically get first dibs if you don't miss out, so.
Checkerboard flag is almost in
okay,
sight.
125. What's the name of the official mechanical golfer that tested balls for the PGA Tour? Swingin' Sam Snead, Iron Byron Nelson, Aluminum Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus's Hammer. That'd be Iron Byron.
Is that your final answer? You feel confident that answer B will be a base hit?
Yeah.
And you're right. Hey, that was great. $125,000 is yours. But this is the majors, so the next one will not be easy.
You really think so, Regent? You really think this next question is going to be tough? Okay, 250. Ward's Barnaby's all-time winningest lefty according to how many victories in his illustrious career? 329, 373, 363, 341. That'd be 363, which I think is 6th all-time. I actually put Galvin's 5th on the list.
looks like a knockout.
Grovecott's and Chris Bass have a tie for 3rd, and then Walter Johnson's the 2nd highest Cy Young. So Okay, 500 down now.
Terrific! You're just 2 questions away from making money like a pro. Well, like a pro in the 1970s. The next question is worth $500,000.
Okay, 500,000. Which of these people does not have a major annual NHL award in its name? Toe Blake, Bill Masterton, Frank Selke, Lester Pearson. That'd be Toe Blake, but Masterton's got the Master Trophy for people who've overcome oracles. Selke's for the best defenseman, and Lester Pearson's the best player overall, actually. The coach awards the Jack Adams Trophy, after I believe it was a Red Wings coach back in the 50s. Toe Blake was a player and legendary coach for March Cranes. Besides, NHL has not seen fit to name an award after. After this one, because it's about 1 in 50 odds, actually. I think I'm going to say for this one...
Well, you played a great game up to this point, but if you want to go the distance,
I'm going to say Notre Dame, which would be back-to-back Heisman Trophy
it's only
winners.
worth $1 million. Can you do it?
Hope I can't reach ice for this one's going to be Notre Dame, which would be back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. June 29, 1990, Wood became the first 2 MLB pitchers in modern era to win no-hitters on the same day. Mike Scott and Nolan Ryan, Fernando Valenzuela and Dave Stewart, Mark Langston and Dave Steve, Dennis Martinez, that'd be Valenzuela and Stewart.
Your final answer?
Yeah, that was the first episode. Prior to that was Tap Ringside Jay Hughes did it back, I believe, in the movie of 1878 they did it back in the day, actually. I believe it was May, actually, that did that, so... I think Open Falls actually uploaded both no-hitters back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
First different Dodger was with the A's. Stewart actually was the first to do so because it was in Montreal in Toronto against the Blue Jays, but Valenzuela was at home against the Angels, so... See how success stand in the next big game. You can rotate or push these 25-year-old memos. John Carpenter at 335, and now the magic number to catch up is even 40 for the Irish edition PS1 game.
And the crowd goes wild.
That's the one I got, I believe, the first time I got that win, so... First one ever off camera.
Team you always wanted. Wait a minute, who am I kidding? You couldn't pay the locker room staff with the $1 million you'll get from us. It's not like you really won any money. It's just a video game. I keep telling you that. But you got in some good practice. When they call you up to the majors, you're going to be ready.
That being said, thanks for watching.